Welcome to the AI Automations for Business podcast. We're your hosts, Katie and Noel, and we'll be discussing how you can use AI for your business along with the latest news, updates, and automations to help you stay ahead of the curve, allowing you to grow and scale your business more efficiently. Please be sure to subscribe, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello and welcome back to another episode. Hi, hello. As always, it's me, Katie, and I've got Noel here with me as well. Hi, Noel.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, amazing as always.
Oh, good. And also joining us today is the amazing Ashley Kay of Champagne Collective. Welcome, Ash. I'm so excited that you're here and talking with us today.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
Before we dive in, Ashley, would you like to introduce yourself and share a little bit about the work that you do and tell us who you support?
Yeah, absolutely. So I own and run a virtual assistant and online business management agency, also known as VAs and OBMs. And we provide a vast range of VA and OBM support services to female-owned companies around the world. We primarily work with coaches and marketing and social media agencies, but we also have a variety of other clients like makeup artists and photographers and jewelers. And we work alongside our clients as their partners to help streamline their back end, optimize their systems, manage and handle all of their admin support, sometimes marketing support, and a variety of other areas.
Yeah, amazing. The work you do is incredible. And
Thank you.
What I'll make sure is at the end, we'll put like all your website and Instagram and social media details so people can check you out. So yeah, we'll make sure to drop those in for everyone as well. Amazing.
Thanks.
Okay, so today we want to talk about like AI and like VAs. So I feel like there's quite a bit of noise on the internet at the moment that, you know, VAs are worried that AI is going to replace them. And I think what we would love to hear, Ash, is from you, like, what's your take on what's happening?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's a lot of noise is a good way to put it in the online space, and a lot of trending videos and posts and articles about how AI is taking over the VA space. AI is going to replace VAs. And I mean, in my opinion, it's just not a thing that's ever going to happen. AI is amazing. I love AI. We use AI at Champagne Collective. I use AI extensively personally. And it's an incredible tool, but that's just it. It's a tool. It's not a person. It's not a human that has a conscience or empathy or the ability to connect with other humans or make critical decision making or lead a team. And I think a lot of what's being said about VAs and AI, well, number one, VAs are often a lot more than what a lot of people are depicting VAs to be in these articles and videos and things you're seeing. Like, oh, AI could take this over, but VAs do so much more than you may think or know for AI just to be able to step in. Absolutely, there are tasks and things that AI can do. The repetitive work, the things that don't require that critical thinking intervention or that strategic thought partnership, and utilize AI for that. Like, it's a tool like any other software program or tool you would use in your business, right? You want to leverage it. You want to utilize it for its capabilities and functionalities, but you also need to remember that it's not a person. It has no ability beyond a computer to connect. It has no ability to troubleshoot in real time when people are involved or do a variety of things. So, I mean, my opinion, I know AI will never take over VAs or VA roles entirely, but I do think that AI is a really, really valuable tool that VAs and VA agencies and company owners can utilize alongside VAs in their businesses.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Yeah.
So, have you seen the VA and OBM roles shift since like tools like ChatGPT and things that have come out, and also like AI agents and things like that?
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest shift that we've seen in the industry is the evolution of VA and OBM roles. OBM, for anyone who doesn't know the difference between a VA and OBM, it's probably good for me to clarify that. VA is much more task doers. Here's the task completed, very task based. OBM roles are very strategic in nature, thought partnership, thought leadership. Think of it as like your right hand person in your business. So one of the biggest like evolutions that and changes we've seen in the industry with tools like ChatGPT and AI is that VA roles have expanded and evolved so much to start moving more into that OBM role of that strategic partner, right? So less of the here's a task completed, because a lot of those repetitive tasks like calendar bookings or these other things we can utilize AI to do. We can utilize AI to do A, B, and C, whereas before a VA may have been doing that, which has allowed and given VAs the opportunity to fill that space by expanding their role. And things like ChatGPT or AI tools, they're also really, really great for training and up leveling VA skill sets. So they've also given VAs the opportunity to learn more, to expand their skills, to grow, and to be able to support clients in a more valuable, higher touch, more impactful nature, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Do you find that clients are expecting different things now that they weren't perhaps expecting before from you guys?
I would say it depends on the client. So, I mean, in my experience, so we have almost 100 clients at Champagne Collective, and I would say about 50% of them are really against AI. So they actually give us very specific instructions to not use AI in our support. They don't want it used in their business. And then about 50% are like, I want AI to do everything. To which we're like, that can't happen. So let's find a happy medium. So
Yeah.
with the clients who want AI utilized, it's like, yeah, we can utilize it. Here's the ways in which we can utilize it. So what we've been seeing, at least at Champagne Collective, is a trend of clients being like, how can we incorporate AI tools? And what would those tools allow us to take off of your guys' plate so that you can focus on different areas of the business or different things that I want you to focus on? Like, can we get calendar management and this off of your plate so that you can focus on supporting me with this strategy or with my year-long launch plans or these things that critical thinking is required that AI can't do, right?
Yeah. And is there, obviously I don't expect you to say anything personal about your clients, but those who are like, you said 50% of them are really against AI. Is there a common reason for that, or?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. Some of them don't even give reasons. They're just like, I don't want AI used. I would say most commonly what they say to us is just, it's with a lot of our clients who are agencies, so marketing agencies, social media agencies.
Yeah.
And what they say to us is like, I don't want AI used. Like, people pay us to write copy or content or produce marketing assets or deliverables that are unique to their brand, to their voice. And AI can never fully capture that, which is 100% the truth. That's a really big area where, like, us as Champagne Collective doesn't use AI for our clients. We write the blog posts, we write the emails. We don't get AI to write them because AI can't fully capture the nuances and intricacies and uniqueness of your brand and your voice and how you speak to your client and how you show up. And that's usually what we see our marketing agency clients say and our social media agency clients say is like, I don't want AI used because I don't want the content we're producing for clients to be robotic. It needs to be unique to their voice and brand, right?
Yeah. No, I feel like you would have some input in on on what Ash has just been saying.
So yeah, I mean that there is kind of ways of, massaging the AI into, creating content
There
that
is.
sounds like you and that. But I guess there's always that point where it's like that it's never fully 100% going to give you that output that you would expect, that you would write normally.
Exactly.
But
Exactly. And I totally agree. And there's so many different AI tools now, and some of them absolutely what your inputs can be changed to produce things that are more on brand, that are more unique. But a trend that we're really seeing right now in the online space with anything content based is very similar terms and words being used consistently across multiple brands.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because a robot has written your content. And the robot is pulling from all these sources of content on the internet, no matter how much massaging you do of the inputs, and being like, oh, well, I previously wrote something about a similar topic. So here's something. And well, it may be nuanced to that company's brand or brand voice. There are consistencies amongst it. And what we're seeing people say more and more is like, oh, I think I read that in like somebody else's email, or I saw something like that on somebody else's website. And I'm like, yeah, because both of their websites were written with AI, not with a human who got to know you and then wrote the content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that from your website as well, because I can tell that AI hasn't written the content on your website because it's so hyper personalized that it's like it would never have come up with that.
Yeah,
exactly. And I'm like a big proponent, big supporter of like use AI for ideation. Like a lot, like when you're writing, whether it's for a site, whether it's for social media, whether it's for email marketing, have AI support your ideation. Like, hey, I want to kind of talk about this theme or this topic, but I need some like bullets I can riff off of with that, or let AI support the ideation. Like that's what I mean by use AI as a tool to make your processes more efficient, to support what you're doing. But in my opinion, at least, don't ever allow AI to remove the human element and the uniqueness from your brand and from your brand voice, because that's what it'll do.
Yeah. You definitely want your personality and like what I call your isms in there for sure. And unfortunately AI just isn't able to quite get there. Almost.
And it might one day. Here's the thing. It's still new, right? 10 years from now, we'll be having an entirely different conversation.
Absolutely.
But right now, that's where it is. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
So what within like with VAs and OBMs, apart from like the brand voice side, is there anything else that AI just can't replace within those roles? Is there anything that's like it has to be like the human element, which AI just can't do?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say there's a lot, especially on the OBM side of things. I mean, AI can't lead a team, but I don't know how AI would manage and lead a team, which is something that like we deliver under OBM services and a lot of OBMs deliver. Leadership, management of people, that critical thinking aspect, like AI is not getting on a Zoom call and reading your facial expression to understand in that moment something has gone sideways and someone needs to step in and understand. It doesn't have like AI is not empathetic. It doesn't understand that human connection in the sense of, oh my God, what's happened? How do I need to step in? How do I need to problem solve? What can I do here? It's that relationship building side of it, right? And the side of it that, I mean, the thing is like, I always stand by the statement of people buy from people, people continue to work with people, people grow and expand their businesses with a team of people. One of the most fundamental things in a relationship between people is trust. And AI doesn't even comprehend what trust is because it doesn't have a conscience. So it's like, it's kind of like it can't build relationships with team members or with prospective clients or with clients that are built on trust and mutual respect and understanding because it's not a human to make those connections, right? So there's so many intricacies and facets of a business beyond just the task doing. There's so many tasks that AI can do or can automate or can support the optimization of, but can't actually step into the role that an OBM or a VA holds within the company, like a manager or like a leader or like a problem solver. Any of those things has to be a human.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
I totally agree with you, Ash. Like, there's so many things as well, like you were saying, like people don't understand like what VAs or OBMs actually do unless like you have one, you just don't understand like how critical and how valuable they truly are to your business.
Yeah, that's the thing is, and the thing about AI is like, as much as it can like do all these things, it can summarize, it can write show notes for you for your podcast episode. It
Yeah,
can
It does.
like, but yeah, exactly. It can book your calendar invites. I
yeah,
mean, there are even AI tools that will answer your emails for you. Like as much as it can do all of these things, it doesn't work alongside you day by day, minute by minute to get to know who you are as a person, which is something that your VA and your OBM does with you as a business owner, as a C-suite executive. Like they
yeah,
communicate with you daily. They
yeah,
understand your isms. They understand the ins and outs of how you operate, who you are as a person. And so they're able to not only support you, but your team members in your business in a way that AI can't comprehend because it doesn't do that and it doesn't have that connection with you, right?
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. And even like your VA or OBM might even like suggest things to you. Like, for example, you're changing the copy on your website or something, and they might say, like, you might have sent it all over in like a Google Doc or whatever in Slack, Notion, and you think, yeah, job done. And then I always find like your VA or your OBM will always think of something that you haven't even thought about, that AI, like, it wouldn't even come on its radar, and just be like, what do you want to do for this? Or do you want this to match this? Do you want it like, and it's just like,
Exactly. Filling those gaps,
yeah,
right? Like it doesn't have the ability, like a person who works alongside you day by day and week by week and month by month, to
yeah,
recognize like where are the gaps in this? Where are the
yeah,
gaps in this project or this process? These people are working alongside you. They know what your strategies are. They know what your goals are for
yeah,
the next 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and they know where gaps need to be filled to achieve those goals. They know how those goals are evolving and moving and changing. AI doesn't know any of that unless you prompt them with that information. This was my goal. Now my goal is this. What should my scaling strategy be? But it's like, just exactly to what you said, Katie, doesn't have the ability to be proactively, strategically thinking, okay, but we actually should alter what we're doing here or fill the gap here to be able to scale to this, to achieve this goal, right? A human
mhm,
needs to do that who's working alongside you.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for
absolutely.
sure. So changing this up slightly now, Ash, would you mind sharing like how you are using AI within your industry, either for like you guys as an agency, or I know like only 50% of your clients want to use AI. So I feel like it'd be really interesting if you don't mind sharing like how you as an like you and your VAs and your team are using AI within the agency.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, within Champagne Collective itself, we generally primarily only use AI for ideation, like I was talking about. So if
Yeah,
I'm writing like a blog post for Champagne Collective, for example, and I'm like, oh, I really want to talk about this topic, I'll pop into like Chat GPT and be like, I'm going to write a blog on this topic. What are like 5 highlights I should hit? I'll take those
mhm,
bullet points and then I'll write the blog post.
yeah,
So I'll use it internally for like ideation for that. We'll use it to support with outlines when it comes to ideation. So if we're writing, something like a series of promotional emails or a welcome nurture sequence or that sort of thing, we'll use AI to be like, okay, in this welcome nurture sequence for this type of business, how many emails should we include and what are the main topics we should hit on? And we'll allow AI to help us build like that framework. And then from there, we write each email. So we use it for really those like ideation, planning, beginning stages of things at Champagne Collective and for all of our clients, unless they have specifically and explicitly stated they want us to, we do not use AI to complete any work.
Wow.
So meaning like we don't use AI to answer emails or to book calendars, like send invitations on AI. There are AI tools that can do all those things.
Yeah.
We really only have 2 clients who have specifically stated like, take this list of things off your plate. Let's just use AI to do them.
Yeah.
Even the rest of them that support AI, they generally only want it used for things like ideation or, hey, I want to build this in my business. Can just use ChatGPT to give me the framework. I'll brain dump into the framework and then you guys actually finalize it by writing it.
Yeah.
But we don't ever complete tasks using AI. We really just use AI to support how efficiently we're working so that we are getting our clients an end result or a deliverable that is unique to them and unique to their business, but so that our process has also been as streamlined and as efficient as possible. With that being said, in the industry, overall, people are using AI for lots. I mean, people use AI to fully produce their podcasts now. People use AI I had a client who's worked with us for 6 months now. So they came to us 6 months ago and they asked us to perform an audit on their email marketing to start before we got into writing their email marketing. She's like, I've had terrible open rates and click rates. I knew reading the emails that ChatGPT had written them, but I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. So I asked, by chance, did you write these emails? To which she said, no, my friend ChatGPT did. And I said, and that's why we have low open and click rates, because these literally sound like a robot wrote them. There's like I said, if I got one of these emails, I would never click on something. Half of the subject lines wouldn't even make me open something. And part of that obviously was her use of the tool and like you said, Noel, like how she massaged what she put into it and stuff and not knowing how to utilize it. But still, I was like, she's like, oh my God, no. Yeah, we got to get off using AI for this. I just want your copywriters to write it. And so yeah, in the industry, people are using it for lots to write their social media marketing, to write their email marketing, to write the copy that goes on their sales pages or their people are even using it now to produce graphics, to produce entire like PDFs and deliverables that you would get if you opted in for like a lead magnet, so on and so forth. So we're seeing obviously a big uptick in trend in a lot of people utilizing it for a lot of things in their business.
Yeah.
I'm noticing the most of that when prospective clients reach out to us and are like, hey, we're looking for support. I've been doing it all myself. I've been using ChatGPT or I've been using this and it's just not getting me the results I want. And I'm like, because you don't have any human. Even if you use ChatGPT or AI for the base of it, like we need a human to be QA, QCing this and to be adjusting it for your brand, which is over the last probably 3 to 6 months, a lot of what I've seen on sales calls is business owners coming to me and being like, I need to bring a VA on because I'm at capacity. I'm doing too much on my own. And I've been using AI to help take some of this stuff off my plate, but it's just not reflecting my brand voice. And again, some of that is how they're utilizing AI or their lack of knowledge in utilizing it. But a portion of it too is also like, you can't just spit it in, spit it out, and then put it out into the world. Like you want to still check it. You want a human to be QAing it, but they just don't have the capacity to do so, right? So, I mean, I would say that's how we utilize it for our clients. Our clients know we don't use AI to complete work. Everything is done by a person. And if they ever ask how we use AI, we're very transparent about it. If we have clients who are like, you can use AI for these things, then we will. They've requested that.
That's really interesting.
I guess that kind of like in the AI world where I'm like deeply embedded in it. So, I'll see a lot of the misconceptions. A lot of it is, around like with like VAs would be like, well, they're just going to just go off and use ChatGPT. So it's, it's kind of nice to hear
Yes.
that's, although yes, there will probably be some agencies that does, but obviously yourself, it's like,
Yeah.
we're fully authentic. This is, if you want us to write it, we'll write it.
Yeah,
Which is brilliant.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have that. I have that. I probably haven't had a single sales call in the last 6 months that the prospective client has not asked me, do you use, usually they specifically say Chat GPT. Do
Yeah.
you use Chat GPT? And if so, how? Because I want to know that like my copy's actually being written by a person, or I want to know, to which I always say like, if you're against chat, like AI, we won't use AI in any format or any way ever. We don't need to. My copywriters can write from scratch, from ideation to, if you're okay with us to use it to support ideation, we will, but that's the farthest we take it. From there, we write, we complete all tasks. And yes, there are a lot of agencies who will use AI. I think the most important thing, to your point, Noel, there's a lot of misconception about what VAs are doing with AI now. And to your point earlier, Katie, there's also a lot of misconception about what VAs do in general.
Yeah.
And I think the most important thing for any VA, whether they're a solo VA or an agency, is just be transparent. If you use AI, just tell them you use AI, because there are a lot of companies who don't mind that you use it. They're like, great, do that. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Use AI, then QC it, then get it back to me. But then there's 50% of our clients who are like, don't touch AI when you're working on our stuff, right? So I think the biggest thing is just be transparent about how you're utilizing it, where you're utilizing it, if you're utilizing it, and make sure that your clients and the people you're working with are comfortable with that.
Yeah. I think as well, it's a big difference as well for your agency as well, like as people are paying for service of a copywriter. So if I was paying for a copywriter, I would not expect them to be copywriter of ChatGPT.
Exactly. You wouldn't expect that the blog or the 4-part promotional email series you got back to have been written by ChatGPT, because you're paying for a copywriter.
Yeah.
But that is happening.
Yeah. But if someone was transparent and said, look, I'm going to create a custom GPT with your brand voice, blah, 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 and we're going to use it to write a blog. We'll send everything over for you to check first before we post it. And if you're happy with it, we'll put it online. I think if you're very transparent in that way, I think that's completely different. But yeah, if I was paying for a copywriter and then find out they were using AI, I would be completely mortified.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? And that's where that transparency comes in, is
Yeah.
I don't, and support services like copywriting are charged at a premium price compared to admin support, right? So it's I'm paying a premium price for a copywriter who is massaging a bit, an input, plugging it into an AI tool and having them do the writing. Well, I probably could have just done that myself. Why am I paying this premium price to this copywriter who should be SEO certified, who should be writing this, all these things? And again, there are clients who will totally be okay with copywriters or VAs utilizing these AI tools. The biggest thing is just be transparent about how you're utilizing them, if you're utilizing them, and make sure that the ways in which you're doing so, your clients are comfortable with.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because there's a big thing about transparency coming up soon anyway, with voice agents and things like where, you have to disclose that you're not talking to a human first and all that sort of stuff.
100%.
But even with the copywriters, it also comes down to who owns the IP for that as well, if it's created by AI. We've done episodes on that before, haven't we, Katie? Where we've gone into a bit more detail than that. And it's like, well, if someone's created that for you, you want to own that piece of content. But if AI's created it, then that then becomes that massive grey area where no one really knows who it belongs to.
Absolutely. That's a thing, right? And for us, because we create everything, AI doesn't create everything. Our contracts with our clients very clearly state anything we create for you, you and your business own. We've created it for you. So it's very clear. We're designing the graphics or the pages or writing the copy. And when we deliver that to you, it's then owned by you and your business, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, really important.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ash, what do you wish, though, like if there was one thing you wish more business owners understood about hiring VAs or OBM in the age of AI, what would that be? Just one thing.
Oh boy, I would. I would say I would just wish that business owners understood that, I mean, I guess the simplest way for me to put this is that you can have the best of both worlds, and you
Mm,
should, that you can
Mm,
utilize the AI tools in your business, and your VA or OBM can utilize those AI tools to be more efficient, to help streamline ops, but that you need the human person as well. It's not only that you can have the best of both worlds, you need the best of both worlds.
mm,
And you need to ensure that those two things can merge and operate cohesively in your business. Don't have the expectation that AI can do things that it can't. And don't have the expectation, or maybe don't limit yourself to believing that VAs have to do everything and should
mm,
not ever use AI. Find that cohesion amongst them, because then your VA will be more successful. They can support you in a higher level, more elevated role, and your business will be more streamlined. You could utilize both of those things together if you give them the opportunity to cohesively function, right?
mm.
yeah,
Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
that. Great answer.
Mm.
Thanks.
Okay, Ash, I've got one last question for you. What's one piece of advice you'd give to a business owner who's trying to navigate AI and human support right now?
I would say my piece of advice would be to allow your team to be part of the decision making process for how AI is used in your business. So sit down with your team members, whether that's a VA, whether that's an OBM, whether that's a marketing specialist, whomever's on your team, or if you're looking to hire at the moment and you're bringing a role in, allow them and support them in being part of the decision making process of, okay, what is this going to look like? Where do we want to use AI in the business? Where is AI going to be most impactful? Where is it going to be most efficient? What does your role need to be in managing or utilizing the AI? And what does my role as the business owner or C-suite executive need to be? And how can we work together to make sure all the parts are operating cohesively and efficiently and effectively without any additional work on anyone's part? I think that's the biggest thing, rather than looking at it like, well, I have this VA or OBM or CMO or whoever it is, and I also have AI over here and I want to use AI. So I've been seeing online that AI can be used for A, B, and C. So I'm just going to tell my VA that I have to use it for A, B, and C. Well, your VA may actually already know that using it for A and B wouldn't be effective in your business, or so on or so forth. So they're part of your team, make them part of the decision making process and the plan for how can we utilize AI in the business, how can they manage it, so you can step out of that whole process and then watch what they can do when they utilize and manage AI in the ways that we would be most effective.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's really great advice. Thank you, Ash. This has
No
been
worries.
it's been such like a wonderful conversation, and it's been really refreshing. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We will put your website and your Instagram links in the show notes so people can follow you and obviously check out the amazing work that you do.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for listening to AI Automations for Business. If you've enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone who needs to hear the human side of this conversation, and we will catch you next week.